Yes, the title of this video is not a lie. Inazuma 11 Victory Road has been delayed again. For what I think is now the 10th time across its development, it's been pushed from August to November. We'll get more specific dates in a second when I remember them, and you can see them on my laptop. But yeah, look, I didn't want to make this video. You probably already know that Victory Road has been delayed, but I was traveling when it got announced, I think 4 days ago or something. I was visiting family. I was seeing my grandparents and stuff. And it's been interesting not being able to record this video immediately, because what it's meant is I've got to kind of see the reaction on social media from lots of people, and I've been able to sit with and think about my own reaction and my own disappointment. Obviously I'm disappointed. Come on, who isn't disappointed? We were 1 month out from a game that we have spent about 10 years waiting for, in all of its various forms. Whether that's Ares or, you know what I mean, Great Road of Heroes to Victory Road of Heroes. The next Inazuma 11 game. Let's call it that broadly. Obviously, there's an argument to be made. Well, that's not an argument to be made. Obviously, Victory Road has only actually been in development as Victory Road for not too long. But still, you know, I mean, we wanted this game, and the game was a month away. It was almost there, and then it's been pushed back 3 months. That is a shame. We'll get into why in a moment when we watch the announcement video. But I just wanted to kind of preface that. Preface? I don't know. By just talking to you guys. Because, first of all, I'm just going to say this. If your response to this is to go and harass or campaign hate or join in on a hate campaign towards the developers of the game, towards Hino, why? Don't at all. What, do you think they're laughing at you? That's ridiculous. You think they're calling you a fool or whatever? That's absolutely ridiculous. They are the last people who will have wanted this decision. Yes, there is absolutely arguments to be made that they have completely messed this up and have done a horrible job scheduling. They have been overly naive giving dates. They've given too many dates and should have just been vague in the first place. You know what I mean? There are so many arguments to be made about how they have mishandled the development and release of this game. 100%. But you should never, ever react to that by going, I'm going to harass, I'm going to hate. You know what I mean? There's nothing positive to be gained from that. You can protest, you can give, you know what I mean? You can say that, oh, I don't like this. You know what I mean? I think Inazuma Post is a way that you can make your feelings be known in a respectful, civilized manner. You can cancel your pre-order. That would be, you know what I mean? That's a way of saying, I'm not happy about how you've handled this. That is respectful and civil. What you don't need to do is harass and hate, because that is never, ever, in any case, acceptable. Like, come on, you know what I mean? I feel like, to me, it's common sense, and I feel like it should be, but, you know, Twitter innit. But yeah, so, look, let's talk about this delay then. Let's actually sit and have a watch of this video. All right, here we go. So this is just the beginning. This is just the date in it. So we've gone from August 22nd to the 14th of November, which isn't that bad. Early access starts 11th of November. It's sad. It's really sad. We were 1 month out, man. Like, come on, man. We were 1 month out. But, okay, 14th of November. That's the new date. I definitely think there's an argument to be made that if they missed this date, what are they doing? You know what I mean? If they missed the date that's 3 months away, you know, well, not 3 months away, but they've moved it 3 months, and if they miss that date now, come on, man. But I've got the full presentation here. So to everyone eagerly awaiting Inazuma 11 Victory Road, I might just put this, no, I'll keep it on the regular speed. Today we have an important announcement. Yeah, unfortunately due to the content volume exceeding our initial expectations, we've decided to change the release date of the game, originally scheduled for August 22nd, 2025, to, obviously, we know, November 14th. We deeply regret having to ask for even more of your patience after such a long wait. So, development is now in its final stages, and believe that this time, we will finally be able to release the game. Sure. Yeah. So they go on to say that the main reasons for this delay are voice recording and localization. They haven't basically finished recording all of the voice lines and whatnot, and their scheduling was, I think, naive. I think they say that. Maybe not in this, but in Hino's tweet or whatever he did about it. with over 200 totaling over 50,000 voice lines, making it the largest voice recording volume in the series. And this is obviously where it, because people have said, right, well, you should just release the game as is and patch in whatever hasn't been done. But we don't know what exactly hasn't been done, aside from just kind of voice lines. That could mean, because obviously, I think it's Japanese voice lines as well, not just English dub. If it was just the English dub, there's definitely an argument to be made. You know what I mean? Obviously, they want it to release as localized as possible to make it as accessible to international audience as possible. But there's certainly an argument to be made that that could be patched in later. I think that's something that has happened. Yakuza, did they patch in English dub after the fact with Like a Dragon or Infinite Wealth or something like that? I think so. Pirate Yakuza, I think, did that. I don't know. But I can't remember for certain. But I think that some of the Japanese voice lines are missing as well, meaning that there could be full cutscenes that just aren't voiced. You know what I mean? That could be where we're at. In which case, they don't want that game. If the game releases in a blatantly unfinished state, that's not good press for a game that has not received particularly good press anyway, because of obviously the development history. That's not going to look great on them. So you know what I mean? I completely understand why they've gone, right, we need to delay it. I think the issue is, why did it get to that point? You know what I mean? How come we're a month out and they haven't done all the voice lines? That's, I think, the bigger issue, rather than just going, right, release the game as is, and then, you know what I mean, deal with the consequences or whatever. They don't want to. They obviously don't want to do that, and that's fair for them not to want to do that. But we should be questioning why they got to that point, if you know what I mean. So some good news: they plan to add a feature allowing the players to switch character names between original Japanese spelling and the translated versions. I think people will obviously really like that. That's something that I know a lot of people ask for, is changing between dub and sub. So there you go. So that's some good news out of this all. And they're going to use the extra time to polish the game, aiming for even further quality. And they've decided to do a little gift as an apology, which is this half-building Mark's head. It's a Mark's head, but it's half of his head, and it's a building. That's hilarious, I'll be honest with you. What a troll. That's really funny. I don't know what they're thinking with that, but it's really funny. I hope that they're just... I don't even know what... I don't know what they're thinking, but that's really funny. And then they have made some changes to the match system. Now, I do intend to get to this in probably another video. I don't know when that video will be, but I intend to get to this, because they then go on to do a full Chronicle mode match between Raimon and Royal. I don't really want to watch the whole match, but I might for a video. I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely, at the very least, have a look at it. But yeah, so I'll cover that in a different video. But that's not really relevant to this video, which is obviously about the delay. They've obviously made changes to the match engine. I think they're going to change the match engine literally until the day of release, probably, knowing Level 5. But yeah, so now I wanted to take a moment to talk about my own thoughts on the delay, which is that I'm very disappointed. Obviously, I'm very disappointed. I'm like you guys, I'm a fan. I want to play the game. I'm disappointed with Level 5 for getting to this point. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you know what I mean, this delay has happened. I think they've been naive with their scheduling. It's really sad. But also, I wanted to talk about the future of this channel and what exactly this delay means for that. And I'm going to be completely upfront with you guys and say that it probably means there won't be much content between now and November. I've been doing this for about 4.5 years. And that is a long amount of time to talk about a game franchise like Inazuma 11, unfortunately. I have covered essentially everything in Inazuma 11 there is. I think by this point, I've played all the games. I've made top 10s on just about everything, to the point where I was considering making the top 10s again. You know, I've really exhausted it. In the time since I started this channel, at the beginning of 2021, I have left high school, moved halfway across the country to do university. I've graduated university. I've moved into a flat with my girlfriend. I've moved about 3 times in that time span, and I intend to move again in the next few months. I have gotten a job. I've now left that job to start another job with more hours that will make me busier. And I'm just really busy now. You know what I mean? And the time that I'm spending away from work and whatnot, and visiting family and doing all sorts, I'm not wanting to spend trying to think of top 10 in Inazuma 11, this, that. You know what I mean? I intend, when Victory Road comes out, to do a full, you know, daily videos on that, covering every single aspect of the game. I absolutely do. But in the meantime, until then, I'm probably going to take my foot off the pedal. I've kind of taken my foot off the pedal for the last year, about, if we're being honest. And I'm fully aware of that. And I intend to kind of keep with that. I'll make videos whenever there's a new video, but I'm not going to have the pressure on myself. You know what I mean? I'm going to make videos whenever there's a new video. No, I'm going to make videos whenever there's a new like piece of news, information. But I'm not going to put the pressure on myself to try and think of a new Let's Play or a new top 10 or, you know what I mean, just because I feel like I need to post something. I'm trying to get rid of that need. There will be videos between now and November, absolutely, but I can't promise how regularly they'll be or what they'll be. I would like to do something YouTubey in the meantime, but I'm not sure what that's going to be. I have no ideas. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys would want to see. But we'll see. Who knows? There are Inazuma Eleven YouTubers right now who are doing things, you know, more consistently than I am, who have more time than I am, who are, you know what I mean, making better quality content or whatever than I am. Seek them out. It's a very different landscape to the one it was when I started, when there was like 2 Inazuma Eleven YouTubers, you know what I mean? 2 English-speaking Inazuma Eleven YouTubers. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a better day than this video is. You know what I mean? In terms of like, I hope it's happier than this video's vibe. See you soon. Bye.